All right, so we're going to kick off stakes and takes like we normally do. We're through 14 total weeks now, 70 total picks. Let's give them a little recap of last week.
Yeah, I had not the best week last week. Not horrible, but not the best.
We had 5 UFC picks off the main card, and then we brought 5 picks of our own to talk about. I did 4-1 on the UFC.
I got 3-2.
Whitaker right. I got Volkov right. That was a good upset for me. I got Gastelum right. I got Walker wrong, Johnny Walker wrong. And then, what was the last fight?
Shower Bullet.
Shower Bullet we got right as well.
Yeah, I had the same exact picks as you, except for I had Pavlovich over Volkov, which was wrong. So I went 3-2. And then my pick your own picks. I also went 3-2. I picked 5 soccer. My 2 losses, both draws.
Dude,
England,
Germany
Denmark draw,
England.
And then England. Germany and Switzerland draw.
Yeah.
England, Denmark. It is what it is. It's the risk and picking soccer. There's 3 results you can get rather than 2. But hey,
if you bet Chinese baseball, you can get a draw as well.
I imagine so.
Just to say. And pick my own picks. I brought 4 as well. I brought 5 as well. I got 4 right, 1 wrong. The only one I got wrong was Muhammadjan Naimov. He lost to Felipe Lima on his UFC debut, which I really can't be mad at because it was a very impressive debut. Scotty Scheffler won the Travelers Championship. I said he was going to place top 10, so chick. Braves beat the Yankees on Friday, 8-1. Best team in baseball. Suck it. Nasrat Haqparast beat Jared Gordon, and Renat Fakhretdinov beat Nicholas Dalby. I was good on all those. So it was an overall good week for me. Moving on to the bets. How'd you do?
Not the best. 2 and 3 of my bets.
Coming off of a perfect week.
I'll let you catch up a little bit.
Yeah, I guess you can have excuses.
The ones I had right, I had 1 unit, Whitaker minus 130. I had that right. And I had 3 units, Portugal minus 175. I had that right. Got wrong. 1 unit on Pavlovich, 3 units on England, and 2 units on Germany.
Yep, I got Johnny Walker wrong, but I got Shower Bullet, Whitaker, Renat Fakhretdinov all correct, and then Scotty Scheffler top 10 I got correct as well. So it helped even the odds a little bit. I'm at 47, 26, and 2. You're at 49, 26. We're both still up units. I'm up like 21.5. You're up 17. So we're doing pretty good. We've got until college football week 0 to finish this season. So
last week August.
We've got a month and a half, 2 months, 2.5 months left. What do you have for this week? What are we bringing to the table? We have 5 UFC fights again. Let's give them a recap of those picks.
Okay, I got Pereira, Lopez, Anthony Smith, Bueno Silva, and Michael Venom Page.
I got Pereira, Lopez, Anthony Smith, Bueno Silva, and Michael Venom Page.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
There you go. All right, so while we have the same picks, it's going to be easy to recap those records next week. What are you bringing to the table in terms of sports?
5 soccer.
I love it.
2 in the Euros, 3 Copa America.
We're finding our groove here with what we like to watch and bring to the table on our own.
Yes.
I'm going to look at some prelim for UFC 303. There's a couple fights on there I want to see. I'm going to do my normal find a Braves game and bet on it. And then PGA Tour, because I've been super into the PGA Tour since Scotty Scheffler, got it right this time.
There you
go. Since I noticed that he started killing it. But yeah, let's talk some soccer first, and I'll lay it all on you.
Okay, I'll give you my 5 picks. 5 soccer picks.
Time to sit back, relax, and copy his bet so I can make some money.
We're going to go to the Euro tournament in Germany. First game, Ukrainians taking on the Belgians. Ukraine, 1 win, 1 loss coming in. Belgium.
Are you nervous because I beat you last week?
No, not at all.
Okay, just check.
Belgium, 1 win, 1 loss. Both teams need a good result to get to the knockout stage. I got the Belgians beating the Ukrainians. Ukraine, the good story. They're getting invaded, blah, blah, blah. Belgium's more talented. I got Belgium winning the game. Next one, we got Georgia, the country, taking on Portugal.
Clipping that.
Portugal has won both of their group games so far. Georgia, a loss and a draw. Portugal, by far the more talented team. This is Georgia's first time ever at the Euros, first time they qualified for it.
Does Georgia spell their name eccentrically like Turkey does?
No. Surprisingly, no.
Okay.
But yeah, I got Portugal winning. I think Portugal performs very well, so Portugal is my pick there. Then we're going to Copa America in the United States of America. First pick, I got the Americans coming off of they won their first game. They're taking on Panama, who lost their first game.
This is for the canal.
It is. This game is in Atlanta. Last time they fought. Last time they played was in July of last year, so almost a year ago. They had a 1-1 draw. I think the Americans win this one, so I got USA. Then next game, also Copa America. Brazilians taking on
the Copa America.
Brazil taking on Paraguay. This will be both teams' second group stage match. They're actually playing as we speak, so we don't know how they did in the first game, but they're playing each other. This is Thursday, I believe.
Today's Monday.
Today's Monday, yes.
Okay. The game's on Thursday.
The game is on Thursday. Yes. Sorry for the confusion.
To me only. I'm sure everybody else got that.
I got the Brazilians. They're the heavy favorites in the tournament. Last time these teams played, 2022, but it was 4-0 Brazil. I got Brasilia.
Who's the best player on Brazil?
Vinicius Jr. They got a bunch of good guys.
They're the national team, so I guess they would have a bunch of good guys.
And then my last soccer pick, Argentina, Peru. These two teams have played one game in Copa America. They've played one game each. Argentina won, Peru draw. When these two teams play, they already have played another game, which is tomorrow. So this will be their third game. But they're going to play each other. Last time they played 2-0 Argentina. That was October of last year. You know how we roll on this podcast. We're picking Messi. We're picking Argentines. So my 5 picks, Belgium, Portugal, U.S., Brazil, Argentina.
I like how Messi gets to go, in that sport, you get to go back to your country to play for.
Well, it's not just Messi. That's the whole sport.
Well, no, I'm just saying, it's cool in that sport because,
yes, they go play for the national teams.
I guess they do it in basketball too, though, huh?
Yeah, but it's not as popular.
Right.
Really.
And I get the teams aren't as super because the USA team always just dominates.
The other teams are getting better now.
So those were good picks. I'll tell you, since the Euros started, I've been following your picks. So, gracias. It's done pretty well for me so far.
Had some bad ones, but hey.
Yeah, you follow the guys through the good and the bad, and it works. It's all good. So mine, I'm bringing 3 more UFC fights from UFC 303. I'm going to be talking the PGA Tour Rocket Mortgage Classic, and Saturday, June 29th, Major League Baseball, a middle-of-the-day game, because I'm going to be bored at work and I need something to do. So I'm going to start at the top, going with the UFC, Joe Pyfer versus Marc-Andre Barrio.
Joe Pyfer trying to come off his
first
disappointing loss.
UFC loss. 3-1 in the UFC. He is off a decision loss to Jack Hermanson. He is a heavier favorite, minus 290 on the money line side.
Big power.
I think he's going to rebound well. I think he's going to win. Unfortunately for Marc-Andre Barrio, I don't have him in the fight.
Oh, Canada.
Cub Swanson versus Andre Fili is next. I'm a big fan of Andre Touchy Fili.
I like his nickname.
Cub Swanson is a longtime UFC vet, but given that Andre Fili is so big for the division, I think he's going to win. He also has a 4-inch reach advantage over Cub Swanson, which means if he chooses to, he can force Cub Swanson to have to, jut into attack, and he can keep him on the outside, win. Not easily, but he could win. He's also minus 245 money line on that one, so kind of reason with Vegas as well. And then the undefeated Peyton Talbot, he's 8-0, 2-0 in the UFC.
I believe he opens the whole card, right?
He opens the prelims. So there's 4 early prelims before him. So most of the people who will be tuning in will be on the prelims. Peyton Talbot, 8-0. He's taking on 12-2 Giannis Gamori. Honestly, he's the biggest favorite of the night. He's minus 1,600. That's not why I'm picking him. I'm picking him because at the end of his last fight, he just decided to start trying shit to knock the dude out because he was just doing,
Why not?
Yeah, he was doing that.
Let me try to get $50K.
And I think this is kind of the same type of fight. I didn't know the odds were as they were until after I picked him. Peyton Talbot. Moving on to the PGA Tour Rocket Mortgage Classic. Scotty Scheffler is not playing in this week's tournament. Taking it off. He just won. He deserves it. Go spend some money, take a vacation, whatever. I got Robert McIntyre in the top 10 for this one. He missed the cut in a bunch of big things like the Phoenix Open, the U.S. Open. But in the PGA Championship, he tied for 8th. In the Canadian Open, he placed 1st. In the Travelers Championship, he tied for 16th.
So you're banking on him getting his momentum a little bit?
I think he is going to gain a little bit of momentum.
Finding his game.
I think he's going to find his game a little bit better. He's won, he won in the end of May, beginning of June. I think he's got what it takes for a top 10 finish. It's plus 400, so it's kind of saucy on the odds. But I do like having, something that can make me significant amounts every now and then. And I think he does play well at smaller tournaments, not, the U.S. Open and such. And lastly, Major League Baseball on Saturday, 3:10 game. I got the Pirates versus the Braves. Braves at home. Braves are going to win. Paul Skeens is going to take his first loss as a pitcher in Major League Baseball against the Braves in Atlanta. I guess Livy Dunn can just, dry up his tears after. I don't know. But those are my picks. Let's move on to what we're putting
Our bets.
on. Our bets.
I got 3 MMA bets, 2 soccer bets.
What if you just refuse? Like, I'm only doing 3 this week.
I don't know. We've never done that.
I'm never going to do that either.
Put
All right.
10 units on.
Everything I got, putting the mortgage on Michael Venom Page. No. What do you have first? You go with your 3 UFC, then I'll give you my UFC, and then we can dice it up from there and then leave these people with some latest.
Okay, so I got 2 units on all 5 of my bets. Make it easy this week. So just 2 units spread across the board. First one, I'm going to go 2 units, Michael Venom Page, moneyline plus 110.
I like that.
Then I'm going to go 2 units, Diego Lopez, moneyline, minus 135.
I like that.
And to finish it off, MMA-wise, I'm going 2 units, Alex Poton Pereira, minus 170 moneyline.
Wow. All right, so I have Alex Pereira money line, Diego Lopez money line, Michael Venom Page money line.
Oh, so you looked at my notes.
And I added Joe Pfeiffer.
Okay, I'll respect
So I'm doing 2 units across the board on all of those, which I guess should tell you that the last one.
Fifth one is also 2 units.
And I'll give you that pick now. It is for Robert McIntyre to place in the top 10 at the, what is it?
Rocket Mortgage
Rocket
Open.
Mortgage Classic. Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry.
Top 10 is plus 400. I'm doing 2 units on that, so
That'd be a good one.
that'll pay for the rest of the day.
My 2 other bets, I'm sure you could. Are
they going to be
guess.
soccer?
They're soccer. I'm going Belgium money line minus 150 and Portugal minus 240 money line.
You know what I found on FanDuel the other day?
What'd you find, Alex?
Esports. You can bet on video game tournaments. I was up at like 3 in the morning. Never going to do that again. All right, so that'll wrap up everything for this episode.
Episode 50.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, 1 year and 1 week in.
Check us out next week. We're going to recap UFC 303. We're going to give you another top 5. We're going to recap our stakes and takes. If there are fights next week, we're going to cover them. So check it out next week.
As always.
And don't forget, check out w.gg for clean, jitterless energy. That's w.gg, promo code split decision, 10% off your entire order. See y'all episode 51.
Peace.